Man on the ground, Udoka Njoku, who has been following the Super Eagles campaign at the Africa Cup of Nations, joins us now. He's been listening to this conversation. Udoka, commiserations here from Lagos. I know you must have been more heartbroken than anyone because you were live there in the stadium watching everything that happened. And that's why I have to ask you this question. There were talks of intimidation of Nigerian fans even before a ball was kicked. We heard that scarves and what's it called, the flags were impounded and confiscated. Nigerian fans were relocated from their assigned seats. Is there any truth to this?
Thank you very much, Tunde. 100% very, very true. There was a lot of intimidation and bullying right there at the stadium, and you get to wonder why CAF doesn't get to look into situations like this. There were also instances where we saw Sterling Nwabali, the goalkeeper for Nigeria, had his towel taken away from him. About 2 or 3 occasions that happened right there on the football pitch when he went to take his towel to put beside the net. It was taken away by maybe a steward or a fan. Nobody knows. And it was not stopped.
Sterling Nwabali's towel was taken away from him. By who?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We're not even sure if it was a steward that took it from him or a fan that came into the pitch and took it away from his the side post. Till now, CAF has not said a word. No sanction has been put in place. There were cases of lasers being used right there at the football pitch. Nobody has said anything. It felt like nothing exactly happened yesterday. But of course, they would keep saying we are a crybaby. We didn't take our chances when we got them. How many chances did we even get in that game against Morocco? It was a case of major intimidation. I give it to the fans. They gave it their all. It was a sea of red and green. Yesterday, it was hard for us to find the Super Eagles fans, except the supporters club who came around to show support to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And after the game, of course, the players went there to give thanks to the supporters club for showing their love and support to the team. But look, it was a crazy situation yesterday, and if CAF will not say a word about it up until the end of the tournament, again, I still stand on my ground that we should be ashamed of ourselves in this part of the world.
Okay, well, I hear you. I hear everything you said. But what about, you were live in the stadium. You also saw everything that transpired. We watched it as well. But there was so much talk about how the referee was abysmal. Your thoughts on that? Do you think that referee Daniel Nilaya was on top of his game? And do you think that he did his best? I want you to answer, knowing at the back of your mind that historically and by data and every kind of metric, home teams have always gotten the rub of the green when it comes to refereeing decisions. It was a European report that was published last year, 2025, which showed that teams in the Premier League, UEFA Champions League, Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, it shows that home teams get more of the, favorable decisions. Based on that you know now, did you think that the referee did his best yesterday?
Yes, we understand the fact that home teams get a certain level of advantage, but not to the detriment of the game. Cheating won yesterday, if I'm going to be very, very honest. Cheating won yesterday. Bullying won yesterday right there on the football pitch. Football did not win. The fans also won for Morocco yesterday because Morocco didn't play 100% football. We had better ball possession, and of course we had a lot of fouls in that game. Nigeria had 2 yellow cards. Morocco had over 10 fouls, and none of them was good enough, or rather bad enough, to be awarded a card by the referee. So cheating, bullying, and the fans won yesterday. Football did not win yesterday. For the referee, yes, he's meant to be a professional referee, but to be very honest with you, we saw a highest level of unprofessionalism from Daniel Larrier yesterday. And of course, somebody caught up with him on camera and he said, it's football, these things happen. There was just a lot of tension that went down in that football game between Nigeria and Morocco. How can you, if there was an incident where a throw-in was awarded to Morocco, which obviously did not cross the line. And when he blew his whistle, the referee who blew the whistle didn't even know what he blew for. The Moroccan players did not know if it was a foul or a throw-in. The Super Eagles of Nigeria knew clearly that it was not a throw-in, and they had an advantage to go and cross the ball and score. And they were also confused, why in the world of football did you blow this whistle?
Okay.
So a lot of Cause went down yesterday, and it is sad.
I get you. Udoka, sorry, we have another phone call now. Imole from Delta State. Imole, thank you so much for holding on. Your thoughts regarding yesterday's semi-final match between Nigeria and Morocco? Unfortunately, we've lost him. But
I wanted to quickly talk about
very quickly.
Laria quickly. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what was the thinking behind, giving him this game, because in his 8 years as an elite referee, he has never conducted a knockout game in a CAF competition.
Well, there's always the first time.
Not this kind of game.
And nothing at this scale.
This was seen as a final before a final. And an experienced referee was needed for this. I know CAF already cleaned the house a couple of days ago before the quarters. They sent a couple of referees back home. We know the style of refereeing has been really poor in this tournament. I mean, last time out, Gary Neville was sending Premier League referees in Ivory Coast to come to Ivory Coast and come and see how it's done. I'm not sure they're going to come and see how it's done in this one year.
The head of the CAF refereeing, Normandes Doué, surprisingly resigned last year. And that might be a reason why the refereeing standards are falling at this Africa Cup of Nations. So it's
the referee for last night, Mr. Daniel Laria, definitely.
So sorry to cut you short.
Not a big game.
Imole is right back. Imole from Delta State. Imole, thank you so much. Your thoughts on the Super Eagles' performance yesterday?
Hello, please, my own opinion in this match, that yesterday game, I just want really to ask whether the CAF or the FIFA, I don't understand what I will say. I don't really understand. The game of yesterday, the operation was too much. I watched the match right from day one till now. I don't know what is going on. I want to know exactly what is going on. Because I don't understand. Because the referee yesterday was against Nigeria too much. I'm in Nigeria. Odamani, I'm not a footballer. I know what I'm saying. So I know what I'm saying. Hello.
Thank you so much for calling. But it's the feeling is general across Nigeria and beyond regarding the quality of refereeing that we saw, and of course, it sparked outrage everywhere that you can possibly turn to. And our very own Onyemaechi Obaro went to the streets of Lagos, asked Nigerians what they thought of the officiating and the performance yesterday, and she brought back this report.
Ghanaian referee. In fact, by now, President Tinubu should have ordered our military to invade Ghana.
Whenever you want to win Nations Cup, just host it and you become a winner.
I don't want Nigeria to give me hypertension. I still have a lot of years to live on that.
Super Falcons are the Odogu, Super Eagles are the Odogres.
Nigeria's dream of a fourth African Cup of Nations title came to a painful halt on Wednesday night. And the fallout has been loud, emotional and unrelenting. What was meant to be a night of destiny in Rabat has instantly ignited controversy across Nigerian football space as the Super Eagles were eliminated by host Morocco in a dramatic penalty shootout. But long after the final kick was taken, the conversation shifted from football to officiating.
We have a bad officiating that actually happened in that match, which is obvious to everyone. It was too obvious that the referee was actually a bit too harsh on the Nigerian player in terms of throwing out the caution. But that being the case, we had the opportunity to go to the penalties, which is, of course, a game of luck. But there should be some element of seriousness in some of our players.
That heartbreak was enough for me to consult myself and copy with the heartbreak that Manchester United is also giving me. So I didn't put all my hope in Nigeria yesterday. I went there though, but I said if we win, then that means I'll be revived.
Super Eagle will make you happy in the morning and make you sad in the night. I don't know how to tell it, but I promised myself I won't watch Super Eagle match again.
Fans in Lagos slammed the performance of Ghanaian referee Daniel Laria, accusing him of one-sided officiating in a match many believed was tilted in favor of the host nation. Nigeria committed 29 fouls to Morocco's 19. The Super Eagles received multiple yellow cards, Morocco not cautioned once. For many Nigerian supporters, the optics were damning.
It was more than robbery. I've been watching matches I've never watched such match that even when a foul is committed against you, they still blow against you and you'll be given yellow card.
This is semi-final. This is not quarter-final. This is not round of 16. It's a semi-final against the host nation. And you know that pressure is on you already. The absence of Wilfred Ndidi is something that actually affected us in that game. You see how sluggish Onyeka and Onyedika were in the middle of the park.
Onyedika did not allow Iwobi to play ball right because Iwobi was doing Ndidi's work and his own work.
As criticisms intensified, an Instagram account linked to the referee was deactivated, disappearing from public search amid the storm of online backlash. But the anger did not stop with the referee. For the second time in 8 years, Nigeria were knocked out of a major tournament on penalties, losing 4-2. And fans, they turned their attention inward. Several players were praised for their effort. Others were not spared.
The likes of Victor Osimhen, those guys play ball with their hearts. But when we got to the penalty and we see a player like Samuel Chukwueze came to the penalty spot with his gum that is chewing, if we were to be a JJ Okocha of today, we would have known that he has played 120 minutes of his best of play.
He is just on the seat and nothing to offer. He was not determined. He was not part of the team. He was just there. So I'm not surprised that he lost the penalty.
Even my grandmom will play a better penalty than Chukwueze. And at the same time, the coach did not do it well. I don't know if they don't practice penalty kicks.
Where was Chukwueze at the 88th minute? Where was Chukwueze 85th? So Chukwueze had no business in that game at 118th minute.
While questions were raised over Eric Schell's tactical decisions on the night, some fans urged restraint.
We don't just judge someone who you gave a target of semi-final. Don't forget he was given semi-final target, and he has transformed Nigeria to be the attacking play that we love.
The coach should stay because you need to build this team. We are building. We are not there yet.
Anything he wants to do, the same thing he did in DR Congo. We've given him the opportunity, and this is another opportunity. So anything they decide is fine by me.
For now, Nigeria must regroup. The Super Eagles will travel to Casablanca to face Egypt on Saturday's third-place playoff, a chance to salvage pride, if not silverware. In Lagos for News Central, Onyemaechi Obaro.
A brilliant report by Onyemaechi Obaro. Udoka Ojoko still standing by. Udoka, thank you so much. We know it's a bit chilly and you have to get to bed, but I have to ask you this question. Do you honestly believe that Nigeria lost out to the high-level politics that basically happened, that some claim happened at this AFCON with the appointment of the referee, who seemed to be basically against Nigeria?
I totally agree with you that was how we got to lose that game. And I keep asking myself the question, why did the NFF not protest when we heard that a Ghanaian referee, rather a Ghanaian and South African officials will take charge of this game between Morocco and Nigeria, a high-stakes encounter between Nigeria and Morocco? Why did the NFF not protest? This is not the first time this is happening in this tournament where other countries protested and the referees were changed. But we were busy doing the jollof rice battle between Nigeria and Ghana, having the Amapiano battle between Nigeria and South Africa, but refused to do the right things. So politics won. I forgot to put that. Politics won yesterday because it was clear and very obvious. If that referee was truly professional, I think Nigeria would have been able to play that game and possibly win. Let's not even talk about Samuel Chukwueze, who was like a decical in that game with his penalty kick. But politics won. If that referee was changed, it was another referee, and we were left to play with our normal style because we had momentum. Anytime we gained momentum in that game, the referee was the 12th man who always put a halt to how we played yesterday. It was clear and obvious. So politics, bullying, intimidation, and the fans won that game yesterday. Looking forward to the third place match against Egypt. Yes, they call it the Golden Bronze. I hope that the Super Eagles will win it. And like one of the fans said, Eric Schell was given the semi-final target. He has achieved it. Give the man a chance to continue the job, because I know the NFF, maybe tomorrow, it might be Okpe Adebari who will take charge of the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Well, we've been speaking to our man in Rabat, the Winter Soldier, the commander of the Night's Watch, dressed in all black tonight. Udoka Ojoko joining us all the way from Rabat. Thank you so much, Udoka.